Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, the perspective from the player side, obviously it's a short turnaround to the next match. But yeah, preparations are underway. Few meetings here and there. We are looking forward to the game as always. Playing at our home stadium in front of our home supporters. Yeah, but so far so good. Short turnaround, not a lot of time obviously to prepare for the game, the team. But yeah, we are ready for such moments in the season and should be an interesting match.
Yeah, pretty much the same. We just have few few days between the games this time. It's a pity, but it's a fact. And yeah, trying to group again, trying to help the players to rest as good as possible, trying to analyze the game and understand better what happened on Wednesday. Mentally trying to get ready. Still with more than 24 hours for the kickoff, and tomorrow we will be fine.
We're now open for questions from the floor. As per norm, with two will be mics. Please identify yourself as well as the media company and represent prior to asking your question. Do you have any questions from the floor?
Good afternoon, Morgan Fidels. I have a question for Coach. Innocent, your question will be how you handle discipline conflict with someone. Yes.
Can you please repeat the question, sir? How do I?
How do you handle discipline conflict with players?
With the team players?
Yes.
Oh no, I think so far so good. I mean the guys are well disciplined. We haven't had any conflicts within the group. Internally we are good. The discipline is there. Obviously, we have code of conduct from the club. We have house rules, but I mean, the gents are well behaved. Discipline focused. No problems there. So we haven't really had any issues. Thanks.
Do you have any internet related questions?
Good afternoon, Coach. No, just wanted to pick your brain on thinking. You just mentioned you involved in as well. Once in a while, you guys on the biggest spells that you certainly at incredibly screen. And maybe just what you say about
I think we have excellent material in general in every position, and the back line is not an exception. Everybody is working so hard to get the minutes, to get the play time, and yeah, obviously the ones who are getting more protagonism, more minutes on the field, they are in a good level. It's evolution in many of our players right now, but more about the way the team must be well organized and focused to defend as a collective, to build up as a collective as well, and not really focusing in the individuals one more time.
Afternoon, Coach. It's Peter. Very welcome to see this speaker. And Coach, you coming from Cape Town with one goal advantage based on the rules of the competition. It is something that really makes us to believe in playing here and to understand that this could be a win is a master.
We don't have other way to approach the games than trying to win. as much as we we play when we are ourselves and we behave in that way and we keep that level of ambition, the things are used to go well for us. That's what we know. So we are not preparing ourselves tomorrow to protect the lead or to speculate with the away goal or not. We know that winning the game, we are in the final, right? Is it? So we're gonna try to win the match. In the end of the game, if we go to the last stages of the game and the result is 0-0, well, many things can happen at that time. We're gonna try to play for the result. We're gonna try to play to win the match at home with our fans. I'm sure there's gonna be a decent crowd tomorrow in Orlando, and our way to approach each and every game is to win it. We are not a team to only focus in protecting the lead. Like I said in the beginning of my answer, things used to go well for us when we are ourselves, and ourselves is going to the games today.
My question is for Clinton. Super Chambers been like brilliant for the team, not just this season, driven last season, great performance in the finals, and unsurprisingly was rewarded in the final for that. What do you make of people's growth, sustainable club and getting regular starting bed and professional goal? And what is it that he brings to the club and you would mention the role that you can play one of the games after government in terms of what he brings to the team?
To me, or to the happens. Well, I think being the national team in the end is a consequence of each and every player is a consequence of the team doing well. Especially when you speak about big teams like Orlando Pirates. When we are performing as a collective, I think individuals gets those type of rewards. Right now we have a good number of players in the national team. I think actually the national team coach expressed himself many times in the recent years that, talking about collectives and teams that are doing well as a collective and teams that are not doing well as a collective as well. It's helping them to do the selection, and I think the number of players in the national team, including the one that you mentioned before, is a consequence of everybody performing in a good level, getting good results, playing good football, etc., etc., etc. So I'm glad and happy for each and every individual who managed to represent the national team. It's something that makes us feel very proud, all of us, but especially, like I said, because it's a symptom of the team performing well.
With this mention and coming to the and maybe I was you study make a change, not what you should but make some changes or people to your trusted.
You don't want to say rotations. No, like I said before, I think whatever change is coming tomorrow, in case that there's any modification, adaptation, or new phase in the study 11 or in the 20s, because uh, yeah, we feel that can help us to get the result that we are looking for, and not because there's a change in the schedule or we feel that players are not capable to repeat and replicate another good performance in a space of 2 or 3 days.
Coach, good afternoon. I'm Oliver from the Spanish League. Coach, you prepared before. Now, in that, you didn't talk about the one, and he was now one, two times, and yeah, are there any similarities between the previous semifinal and this one, or is there some
I think the similarities are related with the level of the opponents. The Town City is an excellent side, the same way that Stellenbosch was a very tough opponent 1 year ago. And what can I say about Sundowns in our first season here together? So that's the similitude. We are playing a Super Cup. We're playing this a competition among the best 8 teams last season, and we didn't finish in the top 8 by chance. It's because every side is a good one. Every squad is powerful. It's an opportunity for all of us to fight for a title in a short space of time. So it's a huge opportunity for the players as an individuals, for the teams, for the clubs. That's where the similitude is. One game away, one game at home, double value, blah blah blah. So all of those things are the same. But for me, uh, if I have to highlight something, is the level of the opponents is good in each and every game in this competition because, like I said, we're talking about we have to give credit, no, to that top 8 that the teams are in this competition is because they did it well few months ago, not 1 year ago, just few months ago, and uh, and that's why this tournament is, in my opinion, a good test and an important one in our station.
but we are only just one certain amount of matches. I think maybe this will be a good thing, especially for the younger players in the team. Looking at the bigger picture, proper starts, problems with shortening of the anything that you could sort of prepare the players. That is why.
Yeah, I think to answer your question, we also have to go back to our preseason and how we structured our preseason and how we played our matches to prepare for such moments in the season. But generally, as players, and I think this thing has been a topic worldwide. It's always nice to have more time, to prepare, to recover, etc., etc. But the way the game is going, we have a lot of games. So yeah, as the club, as the team, we try to prepare in our preseason so that when we do come and face such moments, we are ready. But you speak about the younger players. I think generally it's always nice, to be in competition, to be always playing 2 3 days, and if it's possible, for you to keep on being on the field as much as possible and compete. That's what we want. That's what we enjoy. But yeah, the season is gonna be, obviously long for everyone. But yeah, obviously, the focus is on tomorrow's match, the second leg. But yeah, it's gonna be a long season, and I'm sure we will be ready. We'll be prepared.
Coach, the game was postponed on Wednesday, on Tuesday to Wednesday. 2 hours this week before. How did you play on the mind of the person? How did you decide to play to say we are not playing today, we are playing tomorrow? Did it affect you guys or did it affect your preparation?
I say that it didn't. And obviously, we have to adjust our schedule. We have to to use the day in a different way because modern football we are all following uh, similar, let's say, but can be different. It depends on the team, but similar week structure where we try to do a good administration of the efforts and the preparation have a specific order, and having your -1 and then you don't have your game is putting you in a scenario where you are not used to be. So we need to figure out the way to keep the players ready for the competition, knowing that the game is going to be 24 hours later than what we expect. Keep the players in a good space, peaceful, confident. One more day to rest, but at the same time, it's not one day only to just to be resting. Let's say you have to do some other stuff that can keep the players in a good space for the next day. So it's an obstacle for us, the same that it was an obstacle for Cape Town City. We were both in the same scenario, and we try to readjust the schedule and our situation as good as we could.
Which is close to this keeper. And pushing to the keeper. And then again, maybe of course the prize now and cross. Eventually, we will say when you look at Taliban and you have as well as champion.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going into the game thinking we are playing against underdogs or we are the underdogs. No, like the coaches already said, we give full credit to our opponents. They had a good season, and that is why they are competing in this tournament, and that is why they are in a semi-final. In the second leg with the chance of playing the final. So we respect our opponents. We also respect ourselves. But yeah, we don't go into matches thinking of those titles. We just have to focus on our match, focus on the game plan, and make sure we go out there and execute.
That's all I was looking for. Coach, looking at the previous match where you could have won anyway, but later away, what is the thing to put your emphasis on in your preparing for tomorrow's match when you're looking at how that match was played, the pace, and having said that everybody is looking at it, and you guys are definitely the team to beat, but you're playing at home. What have you got what have you have to work on with the work?
I did say that everybody's looking at Pirates because there's no other games in TV the past weeks, not because everyone is. Don't say things that I didn't say later. And where do we put the emphasis? Put the emphasis in, like I said in the beginning of the press conference, that we playing home. That's an extra for us in terms of motivation and willing to do the things in the right way, because we always asking happens from the last year and first season together. We really want to see Orlando packed and full in every game we play home, and it's our responsibility to offer good performances, good shows, good games. So then the people will come without even ask. You know, I think we had an excellent crowd in the quarterfinals against SuperSport. It was amazing to play home against these titles. If you compare our game, our first preliminary round of Champions League last season, the game we played home against Jabal, uh, and the crowd that we have against these titles is totally different, and we have to continue uh, offering a good performance for the people to, finish our games at home, and the people must be checking already the schedule and see when we play again, because they really want to come and see us playing football. So this is where our mind is, and like I said before, we know that the winning at home is taking us to the final, and that's all we need to do. We need to win the match. We're playing home. We want to win. These guys are a big bunch of winners there in the locker room. They always want to win. When we don't get the result, we are not happy. And although our intention, final one, is to be in the final, trust me that we don't want to do it through a nil-nil. We want to do it winning at home and having again the opportunity to show that we can be the better team tomorrow.
Stefan, this is your third pretty important goal in the space of 7 8 days. So early this season as well. Can you just give me an idea of what that does to you mentally, and having to be switched on constantly? I think you envision a point in the season where it's switch off just for a little bit, or if there are points where you get to.
Yeah, I think it comes with the responsibility of playing for such a big club. All the matches we play are matches of consequence. So all the matches we play, it's a must win for us. Make sure that we go out there and we play the best football we can. But we don't go into matches thinking the first three matches are more important than these ones. No, the mindset is not like that. Each and every match is considered the same. We give it the same importance. So it comes with the responsibility of representing this badge, and everyone is here to help each other, and we are there when you need the guidance. So mentally, no, we don't choose matches. All the matches are important for us.
I take the final question.
Yes. Coach, this picture, especially here, Orlando Stadium has um, been characterized by exciting performances from both teams in the past. And I'm trying to visualize tomorrow's game in terms of what needs to happen for both sides. And with a big crowd here, how important is game management on your side, irrespective of what the score would be, let's say at the time. And I'm basing this on how you started well, especially in Cape Town, and also relevant in dealing with the problems in the weeks and then on the other hand.
How important the management will be? I guess it's gonna be important. Yes. Usually it's 90 minutes. Many things, many different, many different games will be played during the 90 minutes, and we always try to control better than the opponent all of the different phases. The recent game is an example. I think we have a good first half, and suddenly we were not in a good space early in the second half. Cape Town City was better than us, and in that time, in that certain period, I think could have, should have do, you know, things that we didn't, and we learned. We try to be more prepared for the next challenge, which is the same team. We don't know if with the same game plan, a different one, but we need to be ready to first to take the initiative before they do. So it's Cape Town City who is adjusting and not us, and managing, like you said, and not us. And when it's time for us to do it, to do it nice and early and try to control the game as good as we can. Thank you for the first question about Cape Town City. Uh, I think it's an excellent team, like you said, with a good combination of experienced players like Macarinque, Mococho, people who's playing at the back, Darren, people who knows how to play games and how to win games, and then the contribution of the youngsters that we showed the other day, striker, Rhodes. I think it's a difficult team, very dynamic. Especially they were very dynamic in the second half, much more active on the ball, and it's a team that, in my opinion, they have the capacity to control the games through the ball, but also they have it's a difficult team to deal with the speed up front, with Gonzalez, with Rhodes, players who can create problems when you are going to press them high, and they show it. I think it's a team that did the things very well in the well, here is winter time. I mean during the off period of season with good recruitment, finding quality players and experienced players at the same time, which is a guarantee of good performances in the future for them. And in my eyes, is one of the teams to not only to give them respect, we give respect to each and every opponent, but I think it's gonna be one of the teams who's gonna fight for the top position, no doubt.
Final question? You can raise your hand. Someone to raise your hand. Wait for the microphone. First, to raise your hand, then you wait for the microphone, and then identify yourself to the question.
Question is about getting into the final. I would just like to find out tactically if the team is going to be in the final.
Thank you for the question. Like I said before, uh, we, we we want to be ourselves, and again, to be ourselves, we need to play to win the match. We need to try to play in Cape Town City half as much as you can, as much as we can, and our intention is to be offensive when we have the ball and be defensive when we don't have it. This game is not about what we want to be. It's about knowing in advance that the opponent is going to have maybe a 50 or 40% of possession. Who knows, it's even more, because like I said, they have the capacity to hold it. I mean, when it's time to defend, we have to be defensive, and when it's time to attack, we have to be offensive. That's how we want to play football. We don't want to be only one side of the game. We want to be complete. We want to be resilient and strong in each and every phase of the game. But if you ask me about the approach, like I said already a couple of questions before, our intention is to, like I said, we know that winning the match, we are in the final, and that's what we